Bonjour.
Hello, my name is Mathieu. I am responsible for the development and the concept of the Liteboat. Hello, my name is Olivier Catheline. I'm a rowing instructor. Today we're going to show you how to use the boat, in particular the techniques and movements to use when rowing, so that it's easy and accessible to everybody. Rowing is an outdoor sport and is highly recommended to reinforce back muscles. As such, doctors will tell you that it's a good sport to increase core stability. It's also a sport which benefits greatly the cardiorespiratory system. It's an aerobic sport. Having said that, there are some actions to avoid at all costs to avoid hurting yourself. The first thing to avoid is pushing with your back rather than with your legs. This means that we find ourselves in a position where we open up our backs rather than putting weight into our legs. If this is done for a period of time, then you risk damaging the lower part of your back. That is why it's very important to come all the way forward, lifting your arms and pushing back with your legs, almost as if you were lifting a heavy weight. Another movement to avoid is to put the oars in the water and not block your back. That is to say that the seat moves aft and the oars don't move forward. At this time, the back arches and the pressure of the stroke goes into the back and not the legs. Another thing to avoid is the bending of the knees before moving the arms, as you end up tapping the top part of your knee, and this could cause small grazes either to your knees or in the palm of your hand. So it's important to remember to carry out the movements in the right order. With regard to the knees, another thing to avoid is the placing of the arms in between the knees, as the knees find themselves parted and will not be working in line with the primary effort of the stroke. This is not adapted to the physiology of the knee. So that everything happens as it should, the knees must come inside the arms, and they should be relatively close to one another. The distance between the knees should be the same as the distance between the feet. There is no need to let the knees go off to the sides. So at the moment, when we push into the stroke, we push at first on the knees, and then slightly onto the back, and then pull onto the oars on a horizontal plane. It is important to respect the relationship between the hand and the wrist and the forearm. The wrist should not turn either in this way or this way. Also, the elbow should not go off to one side either way. The wrist is no longer in line. You must therefore keep a perpendicular angle between the oar and your wrist. Here you can see my wrists are not in line. The power I can put into the stroke will be lessened, and I am putting my wrists at risk of being hurt. So I keep my wrists always in position, the top of my body well relaxed. I push with my legs and my hands will follow the movement of the oars.